Last week, I showed you how to turn $300,000 into a 30-year paycheck with 3 buckets. It works until age 78. That's when 1 in 3 retirees blow up their plan, not because of the market, but because of this one bill, healthcare. Today, I'm adding bucket 4, the exact amount you need and where to hide it so Medicare doesn't tax you for having it. Fidelity just updated the number. A 65-year-old couple will need $345,000 for Medicare costs alone. That's not long-term care. That's just premiums, copays, and drugs. Medicare Part B in 2026 is already $202.90 a month. And if your income from last year was over $109,000 single or $218,000 joint, you pay IRMAA surcharges on top. Your 3 buckets pay for groceries. They do not pay for a $12,000 dental implant or 5 years of Part B hikes. If you pull that from bucket 3 in a down market, you restart the sequence risk you just fixed. Here's the simple math. Take that $345,000 per couple, divide by 2, divide by 20 years in retirement. That's $8,625 per person per year. You don't need it all today. You need 5 to 7 years of it sitting separately, just like bucket 2. For most retirees, that's $45,000 to $60,000 in bucket 4, not invested in stocks, not in your HYSA, where it counts as taxable interest. Where does it go? 3 places in order. 1. If you're still working in 55 plus, max your HSA catch-up. It's triple tax-free for medical. 2. Roth IRA money market or short-term treasury ladder. Withdrawals don't count toward that $109,000 IRMAA cliff. 3. I-bonds in a taxable account. Interest is federal only, and you can time the redemption. This is why you have until December. Remember Mary's $14,400 cash bucket from the last video? At 4%, that's $576 in interest. Add her dividends from bucket 2, plus Social Security, and suddenly, her MAGI crosses $109,000. She didn't get richer. She got an $1,800 IRMAA surcharge for Part B and D. The fix is boring, but saves thousands. Don't hold bucket 1 in a regular bank, HYSA. Hold it in Treasury-only money market like VUSXX or SGOV in your Roth, or a high-yield account inside your HSA if you have one. Treasury interest is state tax-free, and if it's in Roth, it's MAGI-free. You keep the 4%, Medicare doesn't see it. No fluff. Here's my current setup for retirees with $200,000 to $400,000. Bucket 1 cash, 1 to 2 years. Fidelity SPR XX Treasury MM or Vanguard VUSXX in Roth. Yield 4.1%, no state tax. Bucket 2 income, 5 to 7 years. 50% iShares, 0 to 5 year TIPS bond ETF. 30% SCHD dividend aristocrats. 20% individual treasury ladder maturing each year. Bucket 3 growth. 70% VTI total market. 30% VX US international. Leave it alone. Bucket 4 health. HSA invested in Fidelity FSKAX until age 65. Then shift to cash. No HSA? Use Roth with the same Treasury MM. Set 1 automatic transfer every December. Sell from bucket 3 only if S&P is above its 200-day average. If not, skip the refill. That's rule 1 from last week. Let's fix Mary. 65, $300,000, $3,600 spend, $3,000 income, $600 gap. Old way, $14,400 cash, $50,400 income, $235,200 growth. New way with bucket 4, she carves out $50,000 for health first. Bucket 4, $50,000 health. Bucket 1, $14,400 cash in Roth Treasury. Bucket 2, $50,400 income. And Bucket 3, $185,200 growth. Yes, growth is smaller, but at 75, her health costs are covered without selling stocks in 2027's crash. Her neighbor, without Bucket 4, he cashed out $47,000 of growth at the bottom to pay for his wife's knee replacement. He's the one who runs out. 3 rules to make 4 buckets last. Never hold Bucket 1 or 4 where interest counts toward IRMAA. Use Roth or HSA wrappers. 2. Refill only in December, and only from winners. Healthcare costs rise in January when premiums reset. 3. Keep Bucket 4 separate. It's not an emergency fund, it's a medical premium fund. Label it. The 3-bucket system gives you income. The 4th bucket, make sure a hospital bill doesn't steal it. I built the updated calculator. It now shows your exact Bucket 4 number based on age, and where to hold each bucket to avoid the 2026 IRMAA thresholds. Link in description. Next week, I'm running the numbers on what happens if you only have $150,000, not $300,000. The 2-bucket version still works. Subscribe so you don't miss it.